I want to tell you guys about my first Reiki experience. Well, second, but I don't think that first one counted. First of all, I asked how to prepare myself, and I was advised to one, wear white to my session, two, avoid animal products, including dairy, and three, to stay away from people. I took it a step further and I fasted for 16 hours. I did stay away from people, and obviously, I did wear the white. The reason why I ended up even doing a Reiki session is because I knew that I felt blockages in me and I had already tried different things and I felt like that it wasn't enough. I met this lady and when I had a conversation with her, I immediately knew, just intuition told me that I needed to get what she was offering. Before we began, she did a cleansing ceremony on me and then she led me back into the area and had me lay down on a massage table face up and to close my eyes. She placed different crystals on my body corresponding with the main chakras. Then she started doing her thing. It was absolutely amazing. When they were moving the energy through my body, I could feel it. Like I started getting like lumps in my throat when she was going down. When she was in my stomach, I felt so many cramps. But then I felt them moving and I felt them intensifying. Then I felt them like literally scooping the cramps up out of my body. So she had me open my eyes and we had a conversation about what I felt and my experience. And then I told her about my son, which was stillborn. I told her that at the beginning of the session, I felt his presence. That's the first time ever that I felt his presence since he been inside of me. So like immediately I was overwhelmed. I felt like very emotional. So when I told her that, and then we talked about some more stuff with my family. So then she started like working over me again. That's when the work was done. She had me saying certain things like, I forgive this person, I forgive that person, I forgive myself, I release this, I release that. And it wasn't just saying stuff. Like, I feel like with each exhale, I was pushing out whatever it was. And she was still like, putting both hands on my stomach and she had a helper in there and they both were like just surrounding me. It honestly put me in the mind of what it is when you see someone give birth in water, how they have the support around them, just encouraging them to like get through it. And that's exactly what it felt like to me, like a birthing process. I felt so many different things in my body throughout the whole hour-long process. At one point, my right leg was tingling and it felt like heavy, like somebody was pulling on it. At one point, I got really, really cold. At one point, I was very hungry. But at the end of the session, I was extremely hot, like almost to the point where I was sweating. But I felt so much lighter. I feel so much better. So she asked if I had an altar at home, which I do. It's right there. She asked if my son was on it. She told me to put him on it because he's trying to communicate with me. And then when I went to give me something to eat, to put something on the altar that was for him to eat and let him know that it's for him and then I'm ready to talk to him. So that's what I did. She did say that that session would last me at least a good 30 days. I feel like a new woman. So that's what you seen on my snaps earlier. That's what that was all about. That was right after the session. Like I know that there's a filter on, but looking at myself, I don't even see myself the same. When I look in the mirror, I see like the sparkle is back in my eyes. It's exciting. Like I'm so glad I did it and I would recommend it to anybody. But I would say do your homework. Don't just go to any random person because they selling you something. Like trust your gut and ask questions, get an understanding and find out what they really offering because you don't want just anybody on you. Now, don't get me wrong. From what I understand about Reiki, that you cannot use it for harmful purposes at all. And that's a really good plus. But still, you don't want to be wasting your time having people bringing that energy onto you, okay? No filter. But do y'all see, like,